Another difference between the Yeti and the Yeti X. The Yeti uses... I wasn't joking. You thought... Hey everybody, this is Sully with 5 freaking onion rings, and I have a bit of a different one today. So, some of you, a few of you anyway, had said, hey Sully, I should start an ASMR channel. So I did. And if you want to know what it is, just ask down below and I will link it. I don't really want to put it in the description because ASMR is so much different than pretty much anything I've ever done in my entire life, I'll be honest. It's so weird. And since I suffer from misophonia, where you get some weird head stuff going on if someone's chewing or smacking, I have to be careful with ASMR because if you end up in the wrong spot, it's someone eating sushi, and it's just weird, like all wet, slobbery, nasty. But I have found that doing ASMR stuff makes me a lot more calm, which is weird because normally the sounds would drive me insane, and instead of driving me insane, they are not driving me insane. But if you want to know where my other channel is, just drop it down below and let me know, and I'll be glad to share it. Otherwise, I'm not really sharing it to this channel. What I am doing that's related to this channel, though, is that some people are interested in doing their own YouTube channels. And I've gone through a ton of freaking audio options, things ranging from lapel microphones to condenser microphones to your dynamics with the audio interface to USB mics to just everything under the sun. I've tried a lot of different mics, and since I'm so weird with sound, it took me a while to find something nice. But in doing so, I found, everyone's like, ooh, just get a Blue Yeti and be done with it. And after a lot of experimentation, I was like, fine, I'll just buy a Blue Yeti. And I have the regular Blue Yeti. And I found it on sale on Amazon for $90, link down below. And I was really happy with that. And in my normal, traditional manner, I bought the Blue Yeti, and then I searched forums for sales, and the Blue Yeti X came up for the exact same freaking price. So I bought the Blue Yeti X as well. And I thought at the time I will get them, try them out, and return the one that I don't like. I thought since I had them, I would try them out and tell you my thoughts on Blue Yeti versus the Yeti X and if it's worth any price difference. And I want to start off, I'm recording in cardioid mode on the Blue Yeti X. So most of this is unedited. I may have boosted volume. I don't know yet if I'll have to, but it's recording through the Blue Yeti X, and I keep looking down because I'm recording in the OBS studio. So Blue Yeti X here, Blue Yeti. X is on cardioid mode. Blue Yeti is on stereo mode, so if I do this number and switch it to Blue Yeti, I should be able to hear things out of the left and right channel. Now, the reason I was looking at these is I just wanted a very simple stereo setup so that when I plug in my USB, I get 2 channels of recording, stereo, left and right, and I can do spatial stuff. And that made me very happy. For $90, either one of these, fantastic. Either one. They are great just for the simple plug and play. And if you've ever set up stereo microphones, you will know there are very few plug and play options. So having something plug and play, 2 thumbs up. I love both of these. If I spent $90 on this one, I was happy. If I spent $150 on this one, I was actually still happy. This is a 3 capsule module. This is a 4 capsule module. So on the Blue Yeti, you get an XY cross that comes out here that lets you do the stereo. And then you get a cardioid, which is where it captures front, so if you're typing, it doesn't catch. You get an interview where if I'm talking and someone over here is talking, we will both be captured. No problem. Works well. You just set it right in the middle of the table and you just talk back and forth. And then you get the stereo left and right. So stereo left and right. It has the same options as the Blue Yeti X. The Blue Yeti X, though, adds 1 forward-facing microphone. And I believe that's for sound canceling and better capture of sound, because I've noticed with the Blue Yeti X, you get a lower noise floor. So if I turn this all the way up, that's how much noise you get, which is in the negative 50 range, 50 to 45 decibel range. I'm going to turn this back down. So now I'm probably halfway, and I like where the volume is. With the Blue Yeti, turned up, this is all the way up for the Blue Yeti for the noise floor. So there is a slight difference. We're talking 5 decibels difference. Between the two, I wouldn't have noticed if I didn't have them side by side. So first off, when it comes to sound, I'm going to say price is, if price is a consideration sound-wise, there's not that much difference. There's just, it's not that much difference. It's not enough for me to be like, ooh, this one's worth $50 more than this one, or $40 more. Sound is not going to make a difference. For the average person who's looking for a Blue Yeti, the X or the regular, you're going to get stereo sound, you're going to get stereo capture, you're going to get cardioid, you're going to get interview, and you're going to get an omni mode where it picks up every sound around. No problem. For either of these, they're excellent. And the differences between the two are minor. And I could probably make, in post, I could probably make both of them sound very similar. Now, I am recording, like I say, most of my audio is out of the Blue Yeti. I'll have a header up here, marker up here somewhere to tell you if I switch it back and forth. Keep touching the cable. Now, since these are condenser microphones, they're very sensitive. So I have, they do come with a base. They come with a base where you can set it. I have mine mounted to a shock mount. The microphone itself is kind of, it's very solidly well built. It's heavier weight. It's not that heavy. I mean, compared to like a dynamic mic, it's actually similar. I mean, you're talking, it's a shell, 4 condensers, and 2 circuit boards, so it's not that much. The bass on them, though, is very heavy. So, shoot. So if you are putting it on a table, it comes with a very heavy bass. If you've ever used a bass mounted, like where you get a microphone, it comes with a tripod, those things are crap, and they fall everywhere. So I will say the bass that the Yetis come with is very, very good. One of the differences, move this out of the way, one of the differences between the Yeti and the Yeti X, the Blue Yeti comes with 2 bolts. With the Blue Yeti X, you get a rubber bushing, and this just screws in, and it's tight. And once it's tight, it's not going anywhere. It's a friction grip. It is a nickel-plated, or what looks like nickel-plated base, and it has a solid rubber on the bottom, solid foam pad. So it just sits gently down, and it's got this nice little blue embossed thing on the back. And when you set it down, it's wonderful. I'm gonna have to stop the audio on this one to show you. On this, you get the same type of bass, but it has washers. So there are plastic washers in here, and they have to be lined up perfectly well. And like this one is not. So you kind of have to fiddle and fidget with it. And it's annoying, to be quite honest, because getting it lined up is crucial to making it work. Crucial. And I just messed it up. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's light through there because it's a concave washer. That is my first real complaint with the Blue Yeti. It's annoying to do that. And if you don't get it lined up, it will wobble. And if you don't get it lined up and you tighten it too much, you can crack those washers because those are plastic. So that's my first annoyance with the Blue Yeti, that the Blue Yeti X does away with by using these rubber grommets. Like they're just so much better. And that's a minor nitpick, I will tell you. It's a minor nitpick, but it's a nitpick. And so that's my first thing. The second thing, on the bass, you have a cutout. And that doesn't sound like much, but when you set it down or when you bump it, it's actually a thing. And it's a surprising thing. For $90, I would almost expect this. It's much better. Just I can't describe why, but it's like a felt bottom thing. It's just better. You do get a concave matte black finish, and that part's really cool on both of them. So on the Yeti X, you get, it's this mirror polished, it's gorgeous. This one, matte black, no problems with it. Weighs about 3 pounds. Like, this thing's heavy, it's solid. It's not going anywhere. That's the first major difference I saw with the Blue Yeti X. Notice it's not about sound quality. That's about convenience and ease of use, which if you're buying a $90 microphone, you're going to want easy, convenient, ease of use, or you're going to want to go professional, because once you get over that 100 and something mark, you're above your, I feel like these are perfect if you're at the, I want to stream and webcast and I want to do my web stuff. That's where I feel like these are. And this is wonderful for that. I just wanted to say that the bass is where that becomes an issue. Another thing, whenever you are, I can't touch this now, that's funny. So that's funny. I can't touch, oh, I just muted it. I can't touch the thing because it's going to flop now because I don't have that washer set. It's actually like, it's such a minor nitpick, it just cracks me up. That would be something that would make me kind of wonder. This is my dog's dog, by the way, so you know, it's my dock system. But anyway, back to it. So with the Yeti, the Blue Yeti X, you get a better bass and you get better, it's just ergonomics. If you're using a boom arm, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get great sound. So either one of these, really good for the sound. Boom arm works. It's light enough. This boom arm is not heavy duty. It's one of those cheapo $8 Amazon deals that just clamps on. So it's not a big deal. So you do have that larger, what do you call it, larger hole in the bottom. Yeah, it's the larger hole. Larger hole. It's the larger screw size for mic, shock mounting, and for boom arm mounting. Another difference between the Yeti and the Yeti X. The Yeti uses, I wasn't joking. You thought I was joking. I was not joking. That's a pain in the keister. Oh, but that actually allowed it to line back up. So when it fell, it lined back up. Now it's tight again. Yay. Oh, that's too funny. That's awesome. So when it fell, it lined itself back up. But anyway, when you get the, that's just funny. That's par for the course today, I swear. So a difference between Yeti and Yeti X. The Blue Yeti comes with the mini, let's just say the Blue Yeti comes with that pain in the keister middle-sized USB port. And I don't know if any of you use that. I couldn't tell you the last thing I had that used it except for my JJ Pro goggles. You know, it's the charge port for my old 5-year-old goggles for FPV. So it uses that mid-size port. I have to keep a cable around just for that because nothing else in my world uses that micro horrible port. The Blue Yeti X uses the mini, the very small one, but it's the normal size USB port. Sounds like a small inconvenience, but trust me, if you're ever out and you need a cable, you are never going to find that micro size cable. That is a major inconvenience. I don't know why they would use that. It's a minor thing, but trying to find this cable drives me insane every freaking time I want to use it. So that's going to be a big negative on it. Another negative on it, and this is where you get nitpicked. On the Blue Yeti, you have a button here, which is good. You do have live monitoring, so you just plug headphones into the bottom. That's where these are going. That's, you know, headphones. So there's live monitoring on both. That's very good. On the Blue Yeti, you have a dial at the front that to me sounds like it would be the gain dial. No, it is actually the headphone volume. Your gain dial is on the back. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it's on the back. Along with your selector. Selector's good, like putting that on the back's fine. You just normally set those and forget it. So I set it and forget it, you know. With the Blue Yeti X, you have a button for the selector. So you just click it and it'll cycle through, no problem. So like right now I'm on interview. So you should hear that. You should hear that. Push again. Now I'm on stereo. So left channel, right channel, left channel, right channel, and then This is Omni mode, so I can talk anywhere and it's going to pick up no matter what I do. So, see, it's very annoying. Omni mode's really good if you just plunk it down and you have a bunch of people talking. And then we're going back to cardioid mode because there's construction outside and I don't want that to get picked up. It's very sensitive. Now, with you get both of those on the Blue Yeti and the Blue Yeti X. Now, where I have the biggest issue here, on the Blue Yeti, where you turn the knobs, it's gritty and it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. And it doesn't feel good to a point that you think it's plasticky, like it's cheap. It does not feel good. Not a huge deal. Again, your sound quality, amazing. But for $90, you're getting this, it feels like a Chinese, like the alignment's wrong. It's gritty. And you can hear, yeah, you can hear that. That's just me turning the dial. On the Yeti X, you get this beautiful. See, now I'm on the interview mode, so I can talk backwards. On the Yeti X, you get this beautiful dial, and it's smooth. And I didn't think that would be a big thing. I really did not think that would be anything I cared about. Was like, ooh, the dial smoothness. But you can hear it on the Yeti X. That's just amazing to me. And that's both of them. Like the gain knob and the earphone knobs, they're gritty. It's like shockingly bad. Not a huge deal. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. But for $90, I was kind of like, dang. It was just kind of a shock to me that it would be that bad. And it's a shock that I would even notice it because I don't pay attention to things like that. It's a huge detractor that just the button feel. So that's the two main concerns I have on the differences between it. They're aesthetic and they're annoying, that it's enough to make me go like, I would be totally happy with the Blue Yeti if I didn't know that the Blue Yeti X existed. And I didn't know that you could get a Blue Yeti X for a few dollars more. Look for sales. The other last thing, because heck, I am going to nitpick this thing to death, because why not? When you buy the Blue Yeti X, you get a black box. Professional looking, very good. I like it. Smooth, sleek lines, looks good. When you pull it out, that's what she said. You get this black box, looks good. You open it up, you get black. On the inside, you have this really good foam, packaged really well. Really, really well. Cable is good. The USB cable coming with it is it's actually really high quality. It's good. The USB, the cable that comes with the Yeti, very high quality. So I was very happy with that. But when you open it up, you feel like you're getting something, okay? So you get that feel. It felt like whenever I bought my first Samsung phone, like you open it up and it's like, ooh, this feels good. Or your first Apple product, it just feels good. It makes you feel like you spent your money well. Let's put it that way. When you get the Blue Yeti regular, you get, by the way, COVID hair. I'm at almost 2 years of no haircut because of COVID. So, holy cow. But anyway, when you buy the Yeti, you get a box and it has the Yeti. It's cartoony and whatnot. It's kind of cartoony. It tells you your 3 capsule modules and your types and stuff. And the funny thing is, like, it has a lot more information. It's really good, and it tells you, what the cardioid is, what your omni, your interview, and your stereo modes are. It's really good. I like it, but it's a thin cardboard for both of them, so you cannot open these boxes without tearing the edges. I will say that. So if you buy one, you have to return it. Be very careful. But when you get the Yeti and you open it, you get a white box. Okay, no big deal. That wasn't my problem. My problem actually is that you get this foam inside. And I know this is not something I ever complain about because I am more about function over form any day of the year. But when I opened this and I got this, This feels like it came from Banggood. I will say that. It felt horrible. And I was like, man, for $90 for a microphone, or $100 depending. And right now I think actually the slate blue one's going for $140 because it's after Christmas. I guess it went up, I don't know. But for about $100, I was not expecting Banggood level foam inside. I mean, it's still layered. Like you would expect an e-sheen thing to pop up in this. And it honestly just gives you a bad feeling. And the sad part is when you get it out, I have the slate blue one. This thing is gorgeous. Like it's gorgeous. It looks good. It looks good on camera. It's got like nice highlights, nice features. Everything about this looks good. The packaging, crap. This is the longest review that did not focus on sound. Because I can honestly say, if you want something easy to set up, and you just set it up, you put your settings in, you dial your gain, it's USB, it's plug and play, it will give you good sound. Either one of these, totally fine, totally fine. If you're a vocalist, I've seen performances on these. I have a friend that sings, he uses one. They're amazing microphones, Blue Yeti or Blue Yeti X. I didn't even talk about sound because there's 50 million videos on the Blue Yeti sound. It's really good. It rejects sound from the back. It does everything you want in a microphone. What I'm talking about is the difference between Blue Yeti X and Blue Yeti in terms of how you feel when you get it. Is the Yeti X worth more? Would I be happy with the Yeti? The answer is I bought the Yeti. 5 minutes later I bought the Yeti X. They both arrived on the same day. The Blue Yeti has a little bit hotter mic output, so you can turn your gain down a little bit. You're going to get a tiny bit more noise from the Blue Yeti. Both of them give you four modes: Omni, Interview, Stereo, and Cardioid. Both of them give you great sound. They really do. Both of them fit on boom arms. Both of them come with really good mic stands. The Yeti has a problem with that mounting solution. I mean, you saw it fell. Like, holy cow. See, the Yeti's a little bit more fidgety on that. The Yeti X mic solution, like their mount, this is how a mount should be made. Like, holy cow. Every mic manufacturer needs to make one like this. I might just take this into my office and just have it as a display piece. It's that good. I like that mount. This one looks good enough. It works. It's functional. It's pretty. It reminds me of something you would buy from like a home goods store with the little, the little accented edge. This reminds me of something like, whoo, that's nice. So, in terms of sound quality, it works. It works great. Both have live monitoring. I hate the micro, this size. This is what I'm talking about. This type of USB. I'm tapping. I hate tapping. The only good thing good about that style of USB is that it's very solid. You're not going to have to worry about bending the cable. Like, that's it. And it locks in. I wish they went USB-C on the Yeti X, but they didn't. And it was probably, I mean, it's not the newest new. It's really new. With the Blue Yeti, you just get that weird USB cable. And that's not even that big of a deal. I'd be fine. It's not like I don't know how often you move your microphone, but whatever. Packaging-wise, the Yeti X wins. Now, let me bottom line this for you. If you were to ask me, would I be okay with a Blue Yeti for $90? I would say unequivocally, yes, $90, Blue Yeti, 100% happy, not a problem. Every little minor thing I said about it, if I just bought it, I would be like, oh, this is good. This is really good. This is really, really good. For the price, ease of setup, 4 different modes. It works great. I know I'm repeating myself a lot. I like the Blue Yeti X, or the Blue Yeti. The problem I have is that I got the Blue Yeti X, and it's just that much better without changing anything quality-wise. And I never thought I would say that. But I guess this is the difference between, I got a Toyota Camry, 400,000 miles. You can squeak out 400 grand. 400,000 miles on a Toyota Camry. And then you get like, I don't want to say Mercedes or Beamer because they break down a lot, and I hope this thing doesn't break down. But it's a difference between, to me, a Camry and a Lexus. They're both going to last forever. They're both really good. It's just that much better. Fit, polish, One thing I didn't show you, see, this is why I don't do reviews anymore as much. Now I'm on interview mode. Yeah, so this has LED. You have this visual indication of your levels. Yeah, so with the Yeti X, you can tell your levels, and that makes things easy. So you don't have to keep checking your recording software to make sure you are. One thing with it, it's programmable, so you can change the colors. You can make it breathe, which I think it's doing now. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can make it breathe. You can make it do some cool things. If you hold it in, it'll turn over to your headphones. So you now have headphones. I can turn my volume up and hear more or less on my headphones, which I think is really cool. This on the Yeti, you can do the same. It's the front knob, which is weird. Front knob. I don't know why you would have front. Like, I don't know. Normally I set my headphones and then I adjust my gain for that. So I want my gain to be the main adjustment. Put it that way. Now the Yeti X also has, push it one more time, and I don't know if you can see it, but the colors are different. So on this one it's purple. If I change it to the left or right, I can either hear more of the PC or Mac, whatever you're into. I can hear more of that and not hear the microphone. So if I'm doing monitoring through software, I can easily change where my headphones are pulling from. If I flip it to the other side, then I just hear the mic and I won't hear anything from the PC. So if I have music playing and I want to hear just me, I can flip it on that side. It normally stays in the middle so I can hear both the computer and the microphone, or I can just put it where I can just hear the computer. On the Yeti, I don't think you have that option, or if you do, I haven't figured out how to make it happen. So that is it. In 30 minutes, that's about, yeah, that's it. I know this went long. I just wanted to say, like, if y'all know me, I'm cheap. I'm cheap as heck. I know I am. My favorite audio that I've used so far is an X8500 going into a USB interface. The problem with it, it's a dynamic mic, so you have to kind of keep it very, very close to you. And there's just not that much flexibility, and it's single. And if you want to set stereo up, you have to put in two, and you gotta set them and place them and do everything correctly. USB, it's just so much easier. I gotta say, it's so much easier. I know it's a long thing. I was just nitpicking the heck. Would I be happy with the Blue Yeti? Yes. Am I happy with the Blue Yeti X? Yes. The price difference, if you were to bottom line it, would I pay $90 for the Blue Yeti and be happy? Yes. Would I pay $120 for the Blue Yeti X and be happy? Yeah, actually I would. And that's only because I have them side by side. When I was shopping for it, I was stopping at 100. So Blue Yeti, 100%, no doubt. It's just I wasn't willing to spend that much. Knowing what I know with the Blue Yeti X, I'm a cheapskate, but I would have gone to 130. By the time you get to 200, you can buy like different recorders. You have lots of options in that 150 to 200 range. But under that, yeah, I would go, yeah, I would do 140. So yeah, anyway, if you're like me, I got my Blue Yeti X from Connection, ordered it the same day from Amazon as I did the Blue Yeti. They both came. The Connection actually came 3 hours faster than the Blue Yeti. Not that 3 hours matters, but I was surprised. Anyway, I found it on sale at Connection. Blue Yeti was Amazon normal, you know, whatever. I have links down below. Let me know what you think. I know this was a long one. Let me know if you want to see the ASMR channel. Like I say, I don't want to promote it on this one because ASMR is such a niche that, holy cow, if I, oh goodness, yeah, I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, anyway, that's all. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I'm normally not this long-winded, but I got these two mics and I wanted to do this just, number one, I haven't had any social interaction in a while, so I miss talking and I want to see if I could still talk for a long time. And number two, I love these. These are great. So I'm loving it. It's pretty good. So y'all have a good one. Take care. Be good. Go pet your doggies. Cut your hair if you haven't. I'm almost ready to donate. And 2022. Woohoo. Y'all take care.